If it's an item players might want, don't put it behind a paywall, put it behind a quest line and a story. Create content around the awarding of these items. Asmongold, please watch this video. Share this video on Reddit. Get Asmongold to watch it. Please, 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 please. Hi, you're with Scott. This is Ganjikidd, my stream. It's midnight, it's always midnight. New World is the much anticipated MMO coming soon from Amazon Studios. It looks interesting. Well, no, this week they flushed it all down the pan and they didn't wash their hands. Dirty with microtransactions. As a little header.
We may sell quality of life items or boosts that will help players improve their time spent leveling up their character and trade skill experience.
Like, isn't that just pay to win?
Amazon Studios essentially announced that they'll be adding the entire gamut of cash shop options in future. This sent the MMO community into a spin.
So what they started doing was designing a game to be worse so that you would pay money to skip the game to get to the point where you think it will be fun.
I was looking forward to playing it. But now it turns out there's going to be a cash shop, it's going to be pay to win, it seems, and people are cross. Games are becoming more than games. They're becoming theme parks. There's my picture.
A theme park MMO is one with pre-built rides designed by the developer for consumption by the player in an orderly fashion. These rides tend to look like quest hubs and raids. This differs from more traditional MMOs that are a little more open-ended, choose-your-own-adventure type games. These elements are not mutually exclusive from one another. The context is negative because of the ubiquity of the theme park MMO in current times, not because it's inherently inferior. Many would like to see more sandbox or traditional MMOs.
But first of all, look, that's the world's oldest theme park. It looks pretty rickety. So I thought I'd just run a little bit of history on the old theme park. The oldest operating theme park in the world, Bakken, opened in 1583, just outside Copenhagen. There was a spring that attracted people to drink from. People would gather and they thought it would offer health and vitality, this fabled spring of Bakken. It attracted performers, vendors, hawkers, it says in the BBC, hawkers. That's people selling things. Disney himself, the old Walt with his big frozen head, Disney himself went to Europe in the 1940s and then built his own theme park in the 1950s. Walt Disney realised his unique selling point was their cartoon characters and fairy tale films. He set about creating a physical manifestation of his intellectual property, Disneyland. The attraction was the park itself, being able to immerse yourself in a world where well-known characters came to life. It was a massive success. Of course, once you draw a crowd, you sell them things, and Disney realised he'd created his own captive market and set about creating everything people could possibly want on site. Not every theme park has the unique draw of a Disney. Their media products bring in not just the customers, but also the majority of their revenue. The parks themselves, like most theme parks, make their money from the shops. And we can see that from the Guide to Operating a Theme Park for Profit by Weatherport Shelter Systems. I'm not promoting Weatherport Shelter Systems. What they're telling us though, and I trust them, is that I trust how theme parks can generate revenue. Ticket sales make up approximately 50% of a park's revenue, and the rest comes from food, beverages, merchandise sales, rides or activities. Ticket prices have a ceiling of around $70. Only the biggest parks can charge more than $90. 95% of the world's theme park admission prices are under $60. You know, the relative cost of going into a theme park being $60 should ring up in the old head. Customers have come to expect a total experience. They want parking, they want restaurants and food vendors. They actually want live animal attractions, but we'll briefly skip over that because I'm vegan. Arts and original craft booths.
Been making pottery for about seven odd years now.
Stage shows, arcade and carnival games, interactive landscaping and educational exhibits. All sorts of stuff. Interesting that Fortnite chose to put live music acts in their game. In their recent court battle with Apple over App Store commission, Epic Games, that's Epic Games, argued to the judge they weren't even running a game. Instead, they self-identified Fortnite as a, quote, Metaverse.
They're theme parks. Why can't anyone else see their theme parks?
Once you have customers inside the park, selling extra services and features will increase your revenue. Premium services can be a good source of revenue. Fast passes for rides.
You would pay money to skip the game to get to the point where you think it will be fun.
Loyalty programs and season passes. For an example of what some smaller parks can expect an average visitor to pay during the visit, the sales ranged from $60 to $127. Excluding the bigger park, and I'm assuming at Disney you end up spending a lot more. But people, look, they're spending more, double their ticket price on all the stuff that they buy. That's interesting, isn't it? The attraction, the park, is there to draw a crowd, and the shop is the actual business generating the revenue. Amazon is already the internet's biggest shop. Okay, you can say it's not a shop, it's a marketplace or whatever. Let's all be real, it's got products, I put them in my basket and then I buy them. It's a shop. Unlike traditional shops, they don't have a high street premises. A retail giant like Amazon understands the potential in theme parks, creating a shop that people want to visit a place they'd like to stay, a place they'll enjoy spending their time.
And their money.
The theme park is a retailer's dream. People even pay to come into the shop. In a normal shop, you'd go in, you might try on the clothes. You don't even have to buy them. You can put the clothes away and you leave. No one's paying to go in the clothes shop and try on the clothes. With a theme park, you jazz up your shop with an attraction. People actually pay you to come in.
Sound fair enough?
Okay, there's an attraction, isn't there? There's an attraction. They're paying to see the attraction. That's what they're paying to do. But it's in a shop. Amazon would love to keep people on their website for hours shopping and browsing. So they've created the online equivalent to a theme park. And it turns out that's a game, and it's an MMO. Why is an MMO the best online theme park? You want something that's attractive to a mass market, something that caters to everyone, so that anyone can find something for them.
The best thing about Hero Quest is the dwarf.
You have to accommodate a lot of players. It needs to be an IP that captures the imagination, almost indefinitely playable, and probably include a variety of rides. The more merch and in-game purchases, the better. World of Warcraft set the tone for a lot of MMOs, using that Dungeons and Dragons staple, wizards, dwarves, orcs, incorporating some concepts from our world and putting a spin on it. Most seem happy to follow this concept, probably because it's easily identifiable by the mass market and requires little imagination. Same with Game of Thrones, isn't it? Now, I don't doubt Amazon want to make a good game. I'm sure that they've hired a great team of developers and they've thrown a lot of money at them. It does cost a lot of money to make a good theme park. Of course, doing it online is exponentially cheaper than buying land, designing and engineering rides, hiring staff, running hotels, paying insurance. The costs of running a theme park are huge. Disneyland Paris has 14,000 employees known as cast members due to their performances on a themed set. So they're saying it there in Forbes. The running costs of the park are huge. So they make it back on the merchandise. But now we've got the internet, so we don't have to foolishly throw our money down a black hole. But we're talking about this game. You know, they're going to create a really good game for us, aren't they? They're going to make a really good game. It's dramatically cheaper than making an actual nuts and bolts theme park. You don't have the costs of a physical park. You can factor in that you're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, worldwide. So now we've got all the concepts in place, and it is in the interests of the company to make a good attraction. I said attraction, not game. The top execs don't really feel the same way about games as we do. They don't care about the leveling experience. They just want to know from their game developers, is this game going to be fun for new players? Is it going to keep people interested and get them coming into the park? How long they're spending in our shop? How much money they're spending at our shop? Can we milk them slowly over time like a casino? A successful online theme park is raking in the cash. So why do they need so much money? Can't the soda be any cheaper? Hello?
Hi, we have a problem.
Well, your voice is very high-pitched. Oh, no, I can see this is serious. No, absolutely, no, I don't want anyone to get hurt. Is a theme park bad? Should have got a picture of Jurassic Park. Well, it's up to you. Personally, I'd feel really happy paying the ticket money for like Jurassic Park. I've written that in my script, but actually I wouldn't feel happy with it because I'm vegan and there's ethical implications to bringing dinosaurs back with DNA. So I wouldn't feel happy about it. But they cover that ethical problem in the films, don't they? And all the bad people get eaten by the dinosaurs. I'd feel happy paying the ticket money for a really good theme park. But I'd feel aggrieved at paying $10 for the soda. I don't want to feel like I'm getting ripped off. So I'd rather not buy the soda. And obviously the mass market is happy with their Disneyland. But wait, the executives cry. Online people can't buy plastic toys. They're not buying soda, are they? So where's the merchandising sales opportunity? You know, is there something just as cheap to mass produce as plastic toys and easy to overprice as soda?
EA Sports.
Fear not, ranger, barbarian, magician, thief, cavalier, and acrobat.
The beloved MMO, World of Warcraft, they sold out to Activision, and Activision are turning their game into a theme park, even bringing back the original Disneyland in the original IP classic World of Warcraft, with just some changes to fit the theme park model. People pay to get in, they pay to stay, and they pay, and they pay, and they pay. It's a shop in a transmog. Blizzard used to be a successful small indie company, but now they've vacated that space. There's room in the MMO market for somebody to be a small indie company to create a really good game. In order for these fans to be truly happy, they need to stop visiting the Dungeons and Dragons theme park and actually go back to playing Dungeons and Dragons. The success of games like Valheim prove you don't need to build a new Disneyland. You just need to create a good game. I can't see Asmon quitting WoW.
Never give up.
It's okay to enjoy the theme park. I mean, it's got a lot of nostalgia.
Yes, dude.
We're just going to have to accept things aren't what they used to be. When I were a lad, armour sets used to mean something, lad. All you young whippersnappers, you don't have to work for your mounts like we used to. Sadly, with the loss of the mass market casual player to the theme parks, any future hardcore MMO is going to feel underwhelming. The dream of a bigger and bigger online world scuppered by the dwindling populations. If you're a game design studio and you did want to make a really good MMO, not a theme park, make something smaller. Make something that really works and really caters to the demands of the hardcore audience and promises to never deviate. Enshrine that promise into the design philosophy of the game. Have no virtual shop at all. So in conclusion, I think the age of the online theme park is only just dawning. With the rise of virtual reality, virtual worlds are becoming more and more immersive and impressive. With the ubiquity of phones, don't you all have phones? 20-year time span, people won't have their computers, will they? They'll just have the big phone with the massive mega computer power in a phone. I predict a future market leader will dominate this theme park space based on the purchasing of a popular IP. Yeah. What I really want you to do is to share this video.
Get Asmongold to watch it. Get Asmongold to watch it.